I'm making an anime list. Okay, so let's say anime characters. Let's just say I like Jiraiya and maybe Baki. Baki, right? We also like Naruto. Naruto's cool, and I have Sasuke. Maybe I have Dazai. Maybe I have. I'm just gonna exhaust anime names, aren't I? So let's make it as diverse as possible. Let's say maybe I have Takemichi here. I'm pretty sure I'm not spelling it well. Takemichi, right? Takemichi. Cool. Took me a while with this one. So, anime characters. And maybe they are not in order now. There are two ways I can sort them. I can sort them by calling a call, a method call, and just saying sort. Another way I can also sort them, is by using this function called sorted. Notice it's in the past tense. Sorted, and I pass an anime character into it. You can use any of this, but this one here is permanent, and this one is a temporary one that also occurs when used. In this case, this is a method call. Method call. So it exists as part of this one. It doesn't return any new thing. It just works on this. But this one attempts to give us a new list entirely, sorted anime character. Okay, cool. Now that we have that out of the way we can access what we're actually doing here is we can print, right? So let's print it out values, and that's not the right way to print. These parentheses, and let's call anime character. Now, bear in mind now that this one that we called as being permanent has already transformed it. So we're not going to make use. These two do basically the same thing. So that's why I grade this one out. This one is a temporary change, and I'll show how to use it in a second. So let's run the code. And you can see it's been sorted well, B, D, J, and S tag. The same way we would have expected it to be sorted. Cool. Now, this one does the exact same thing. And the only difference with this is that we can call the print function directly on this one without having to come to a new line and call anime character. We can call it while it works on it. So print anime character, and let me comment out this one. Print sorted anime character, and it gives us exactly the same value. It's just temporary. How do we know it's temporary? Because if I uncomment this one and I'm trying to print out the original value, which is this one here, coming here, this is just a new thing here. What it does is that, and let me roll this now. What it does is that, can we see Baki does this is permanent, that one has a permanent on it, so let's remove this one. What it does, this one is the one we are trying to work with. You look at it now, we have Jiraiya, Baki, Naruto, so that one only affected the line that what is concerned. When it comes over, it doesn't affect the whole list, the original list as a whole, so it's a temporary sorting. While this one we grayed out, it's a permanent sorting. Another cool thing we can do to lists is we can reverse their chronological order. So the way we do that is just have the anime car dot reverse. So this one only comes in this variant, in this form. So it's only this way. So anime car dot reverse, and it's also a permanent change you can have. But it's pretty easy to just get it back. You just call the reverse again on it. So let's see what happens. So let me take this one up. So you can see I'll cut it, and I'm going to paste it somewhere around here. Let's group like mine together. So these are two of the permanent sorting methods. So when we print out the anime character now, let's also comment this one up. We're just focusing on printing the anime, this original value here. What's going to happen is that this Takemichi is going to come. We're just going to rearrange the list for us, back to front and front to back. So Takemichi comes in Jiraiya's place and so on. So look at that. Takemichi, Dazai, Sasuke, and Jiraiya, which was the first element of the list before, has come to the end, or the last one. So now that we have that, this is looking at the method that can affect the list directly. So let's now look at something that can give us information about the list or give us new values about the list. That means it's returning new stuff about the list. So we've looked at sorted. Let's look at printing the number of the list with a function called length, which gives us the length or the amount of elements. The length of the list, the amount of elements of the list. So I'm going to say length, and I'm going to put anime character, and then let's just ignore this one for now. So what it gives us a number, okay, and it tells us that we have 6 elements in our list of anime characters. Cool. So that's the length of anime characters. So while looking at that, we also have errors that we can commonly face when working with lists. So say for example you wanted to call, for example, let's print, and let's just say anime character, and we want to print out, remember that we have an issue with, that's the difference between len. Len gives us without any zero index error. But remember that if I try to call using my index notation, trying to use the index to call it, and I want to call, let's see, 0, 1, 2 Naruto. Naruto is in position 3, but I put in 3 minus 1, which is 2, and then I print him out. It gives me, oh, that's Sasuke. That means I've already changed the order. See, that's what changing the order does. So let me remove that now, see what happens. When I fixed it, I now have that I print my len and make character. So let's do this, and let's remove this point here. So when I run it now, you can see that it's going to give me the right value. Oh, this index out of range. Interesting. So that's because I have created a new empty list here. So let's remove that. So print len anime character Naruto, good, right? Cool. And that's because we are calling with this particular call list indexing here. We are calling 0, 1, 2, which ends up being Naruto, and Naruto is printed to the screen. So what if I wanted to call Takemichi and I mistakenly put 7? What's going to happen is going to say list index out of range, because it's trying to find that index and it's not able to find it up because it doesn't really exist in that position. So the easy way to just get it is just using the -1 to be on the safe side, as when this one gives you the last position in the list. Just run the code again and gives us Takemichi just as expected. So that's all for today, guys. Bye.